Isang immigration referendum measures ang inanunsyo sa Alberta, pagtutulak ng limitadong access sa public services ng temporary residents. Ang posibleng maging epekto nito sa ulat ni Paula Saraza.
At the end of the day, Alberta and our taxpayers shouldn't be expected to foot the bill for federal experiments in open borders.
Dinipensahan ni Alberta Premier Daniel Smith ang nais na referendum sa Oktubre kaugnay sa itinutulak na immigration measures sa probinsya. Kasunod ng isinagawang public address Huwebes ng gabi, humarap sa media si Smith Biyernes upang muling idiin na kailangang limitado lamang ang access ng mga temporary resident sa government benefits at mga serbisyo.
The fact is, Alberta taxpayers can no longer be asked to continue to subsidize the entire country through equalization and federal transfers, permit the federal government to flood our borders with new arrivals, and then give free access to our most generous in the country social programs to anyone who moves here. This is not only grossly unfair to Alberta taxpayers, but also financially crippling and undercuts the quality of our healthcare, education, and other social services.
Bahagi ito ng 9 na proposals na pagbobotohan ng Albertans na resulta umano ng mga konsultasyon ng provincial government sa publiko. Ang desisyong ito ng Premier, hindi na ikinagulat ni Alberta Registered Canadian Immigration Consultant Marjorie Newman.
I believe Alberta has the highest number of people na wherein ang daming pumapasok. So, 5 million na yung population. And I can understand the impact of this, yung maraming mga tao na who chose to live in Alberta, it would have an impact in terms of education, yung mga healthcare and social services.
Kabilang din sa nasabing proposals, pagkakaroon ng probinsya ng mas malawak na kontrol sa immigration, kung saan gagawing prioridad ang economic migrants at Albertans pagdating sa bagong employment opportunities.
With this, it might signal employers and newcomers that the province really wants to lower overall immigration, which could affect long-term planning in terms of mga business owners, ang mga employers, and in terms of temporary residents.
Nais din ni Smith na tanging citizens, permanent residents at mga individual na may Alberta-approved immigration status lamang ang gawing eligible sa mga pinondohang programa ng probinsya tulad ng healthcare, edukasyon at iba pang social services. At maaari lamang bigyang access ang non-permanent residents kung 1 taon nang naninirahan sa probinsya.
Alberta approved immigration status, you're referring to the temporary foreign workers. You're referring to international students, right? So they have approved immigration status. So that's one question that I have for Alberta, if they could just, define that or expand that.
Where Canadian businesses and Albertan businesses seek to attract top talent to fill professional and other types of positions, professional, technical, in a diversifying economy, and it may be simply less attractive for people to come to Alberta if they have such a waiting period.
Pagbobotohan ng Albertans ang mga nasabing immigration measures proposals sa October 19 na ayon kay Smith, resulta sa inaasahang multi-million-dollar deficit ng 2026 provincial budget ng Alberta. Paula Saraza, Omni News, Toronto.